a number written by a man who claimed to have invented jazz, although that's somewhat ambitious thing to claim. The great Jelly Roll Morton wrote this number back in 1919. He wrote it as a piano solo called The Queen of Spades. But later on in the 20s, it became a dance craze called the Black Bottom. So he reworked it and recorded it with his famous Red Hot Peppers as Black Bottom Stomp. Here's our version of Black Bottom Stomp. On clarinet. Alina Fedorova there on piano. Richard Singleton on trumpet. And Bruce Waters there on banjo. There comes a time in every program where the band leader has to do a song. And we've come to that time now. Here's a number called Sing You Sinners. It's some more great solos there. On the second trumpet there, Ross Hurley. Peter Ward there on trombone. And some great hot violin there from Bob Savini behind the vocals. We've got a number now that the great Ben Burney Band recorded back in 1926 and had quite a hit with. The Ben Burney Band was a very popular American band from then right through into the 30s, especially on radio. And in 1925 they had the honour of being the first band recorded, the first band to be filmed with a jazz solo on film. It was the great Jack Pettis on C melody sax. Anyway, here is a number called He's the Last Word. Syncopettes there, Kirsty Singleton and Yvette Ordain. We're going to bring you a number now that was one of the theme tunes for the great Duke Ellington Orchestra, especially back in the early days. Here is a number entitled The Mooch. Some great jungle sounds from the trumpet of Richard Singleton there. And some more fine clarinet there from Yvette Ordain. We're going to bring back the fabulous Kirsty Singleton now with another number that Annette Hanshaw had some success with back in about 1929. Here is A Precious Little Thing Called Love. We're now going to go back into the earlier days of the 1920s when the top big band of those days was run, one of the top big bands of those days was run by the great Fletcher Henderson. Fletcher Henderson was perhaps one of the first bands to truly introduce jazz into the dance music of the day. We're going to give you a number the Fletcher Henderson band played back in 1925. Here is the What You Call Them Blues. trombone. Once again, this time on alto saxophone, Yvette Ordain. We've got some more Cole Porter for you now. Here's a number that was written for and featured in the review Wake Up and Dream. The review was written in 1929. The number is called What Is This Thing Called Love? We featured our lead trumpeter there, Richard Singleton. That last number was directly taken from a recording by one of the great sweeter bands of the 1920s, the Leo Reisman Orchestra. And playing with Leo Reisman in that recording was, in the original recording was Duke Ellington's great lead trumpet player, Baba Miley. We're now going to move on to probably the sweetest of all the sweet bands, the ever popular in the 1920s, that was Paul Whiteman. Paul Whiteman, much to the disgust of many jazz fans today, made a film called The King of Jazz back in 1930. And the theme tune of that was this next number. Here is Happy Feet. that came out with the Paul Whiteman Orchestra, amongst others, and that was small bands within bands. And Paul Whiteman was known for having some of the top musicians of the day in his orchestra. Well, we think we have as well. Amongst Paul Whiteman's orchestra, they had a great violinist by the name of Joe Venuti and a guitarist by the name of Eddie Lang. Well, we've got Bob Savini on violin and we've got Bruce Waters on guitar. They're going to give us very shortly a number written by Joe Venuti and Eddie Lang called Wildcat. Some of the other great musicians that Paul Whiteman had in his band at various times included musicians who'd been in the Goldkette orchestra. Some of them were the such of Frank Trumbauer and Vic Spiderbeck. We're going to give you a number now that they recorded as the Frank Trumbauer Orchestra back in about 1927. Here is Singin' the Blues. Dane, Dick Pettit, and Susan Jenkins. Our lead trumpet player there, Richard Singleton, with a big Spider-Beck solo there. Richard Singleton. And as if being Frank Trumbauer in one song wasn't enough, she came back to do Jimmy Dorsey at the end on clarinet, Yvette Dane. Some other members of the Paul Whiteman Orchestra wrote a number back in about 1930. This next number we're about to do, it got picked up by one of the top bands in Britain of the day, the Jack Hylton Orchestra. We're going to give you the Jack Hylton arrangement of Choo Choo. One of the top bands in the States started off as a college band. It was Fred Waring and his Pennsylvanians. They were employed by Cole Porter to play for a show back in 1930 called The New Yorkers, and they featured this number. It originally featured the three Waring girls. Tonight we're going to feature our wonderful Syncopettes on Love for Sale. we're almost at the end of our program now, but before we play our last few numbers, I'd like to introduce you to the band you've been listening to tonight. We're Brett's New Internationals. We specialise in jazz age music. We have on piano, Alina Fedorova. On trumpets, we have Ross Hurley and Richard Singleton. And behind them on trombone, Peter Ward. And all the way from Mildura in Australia, we have Jess Rodder on tuba. Bruce Waters there on banjo. Mike Tan there on drums. Our violin section, who are way down the back over there, because they're not in this next number, we've got Bob Savini and Helen Duda. And our fabulous saxophone section, Nick Hidden, Yvette Aldain, and Susan Jenkins. Sadly, about not even a whole month ago now, we had a member of our band who'd been with us for some years now pass away. He sadly lost his battle with cancer. He was our sousaphone tuba player, Mike Ryan, and we'd like to dedicate this next number we're going to play in his memory. Here is West End Blues. Sadly, this brings us to our final number for the night. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. We're going to leave you now with a great Duke Ellington number from 1930. Here is Jungle Nights in Harlem.